Okay, so this is how I do the bath. Let me make the sound of the water a little bit more quiet. And this is how I soak the doggy to make sure that all the coat is absolutely wet and it's gonna um, behave with the shampoo perfectly. I usually turn the doggy on the other side because regardless how hard I try, I'm not gonna be able to soak the opposite side further away from me as good as I am able to do it when the doggy's side I'm working on is facing to me. As you can see, I'm not using a shower head. It's because I prefer the way I can direct and guide the water and the water pressure with my fingers using a tiny hose without a shower head. It works great for puppies. It works awesome for adults as well. And doggies won't freak out by the sound of the shower head, so I can work with this one. Let it be a beginner doggy or a super afraid one from water and an adult doggy who has a lot of experience with grooming. So it's kind of a jackpot way to go. And I don't have to do a lot of switching and tweaking between clients about the shower head. And it works fine with short and longer coat, and it will penetrate the hair perfectly fine. Whenever I'm working on the head, I use a little bit less pressure and make sure that I penetrate the coat perfectly. It's very hard because most of the doodle's head is way fluffier than the rest of the body. So I really need to make sure that I'm keeping the doggy comfortable, yet I'm soaking all the coat, even on the ears, under the ears, behind the ears, cheeks, muzzle, all over. Now, expect that not the favorite part of the doggies for most of them, but if you're holding the shower head or the water, the hose, in a way that it's not going to get in their eyes, and you guide the hair away from their eyes so they can see while you're soaking them, and the water won't get, at least not too much, around the eye area, then your doggy will cooperate. As you can see, Bear here is not tied into anything. I don't even have a thing to keep them close or still there other than my body and my request, and just the experience being more like on the pleasant side than on the quick factory rush kind of grooming. So if you're using a method and in case the environment is cool and chill and the doggy trusts you, then I cannot really see a reason why the doggy would go wild and crazy about a bath time. So this is how it looks to soak a doggy. And I like to start with the head whenever I'm applying the shampoo. I have it already pre-mixed. I get the gallon size and I need to dilute it with water to make sure that it's not too much, not the concentration is not crazy. So that's why I'm using that bottle. And this is how I put the shampoo onto doggy with some water mixed in, and it makes it very, very easy, super easy to rub it in the coat. Now, we were talking about this already, but the doggy's coat is absolutely brushed out, so there's not much chance that you're gonna be able to make a crazy mats or a matted coat out of a brushed out, combed out coat in the tub, unless the doggy is not absolutely brushed out. So if you follow the guidelines of like gently rubbing with the hair growth, so from the head towards the tail and from the tip of the nose to the tip of the tail, you're gonna be totally fine. If you're rubbing the doggy all over the place, that's gonna be fine too. But as long as the doggy's coat is absolutely triangle and mat free. Now I'm taking a look at the ears here, and as you can see, it's not Bear's favorite. He has some yucky stuff on the ear leather on the inner side, and I rub it off with some of his own coat. I don't really like to get stuff in the ears, so that's why I was moving the ears in a way to make sure that I'm just rubbing the inner side but not in the hole. I wish I made this recording in a way that it was closer to the ear, but I think you got what I meant. So I rubbed everything in from the shampoo all over, and I'm rinsing everything off now to make sure that he's absolutely clean, and there's gonna be a conditioner coming up right after this one. It doesn't have to be a crazy detailed rinse, but I still like to remove most of the shampoo and conditioner because it's gonna result in a much cleaner coat. And if you really want to be proactive, you start from the tip of the doggy's nose towards the tail. As you can see, I'm a little bit focusing on the doggy's mesmerizing coat other than starting from the head, but it happens. So you're gonna see me do everything else but the head area, and then I'm gonna come back to do the head and then rinse whatever is has been washed on the rest of the body. So you can skip some extra time starting with the head, but it doesn't really matter. Bear is okay with the bath, so it's way more important for doggies who are afraid or worried about that. I wanted to put the pressure away from him, like, okay, we're not still gonna start with the head, and I much rather wash his neck a little bit more or 2 times than have him worried about one spot too much. So we can absolutely write our own rules whenever you are doing your doggy's bath time or whatever they are comfortable with. In case you are brushing one spot and they get fed up with that, then you can go to another spot and come back there later. It's really no one fits all kind of way to do it. So if you're starting with the tail because your doggy freaks out about their head, or in case you start with the feet because the doggy hates their tail or butt being touched because of a painful anal gland expression or thermometer checkup back there, whatnot, it absolutely is up to you. So these are only guidelines, and then you can write your own rules which fits your and your doggy's needs.